What's happening, Internet fam? So, in today's installment of parental alienation and how my children are being victimized, today we had one of the court-ordered video chats. It's supposed to be 20 minutes, and today it lasted 7 minutes and a few seconds. So I'm going to make a 7-minute video so that you can understand what it feels like to experience 7 minutes. So you're exactly dialed in to what that seems like. They only get to talk to me 3 times a week via video chat, and only under supervision by either their biological mother or their stepfather, both of which will take a great glee in hanging up on us and interrupting us in any way possible. They will frequently incentivize a shorter chat with treats or food or some kind of activity like, oh, you can't play video games until you hang up on your dad, or we're not going to the pool till you hang up on your dad, or you can't have ice cream till you hang up on your dad. These are all things that I know are going on the other side of the video chat. And despite that, the children are very much enjoying having a video chat with their dad. It's been very challenging and difficult because when kids are alienated from their dad or from their mom, whichever parent they're alienated from, they generally will have a lot of anger over that at a certain point. And that's definitely happening with Everett and Grace. They're very angry with me, and they lash out sometimes during the video chat. But I've been keeping it light and keeping it fun and trying to talk about things they're interested in and things that I'm interested in, that, like, you know, that Venn diagram of things that they're interested in and I'm interested in, which there's actually quite a lot because they're my kids. And you know, they're like their dad. They're genetically like their dad. So yeah, I've been trying to have, you know, fun doing stuff like that. Ooh, fresh fruit smoothies and some kind of, look at all these cool little stands here. I think I'm gonna stop here and eat at one of these cool little stands. Ooh, that was a big curve to come off of. So anyway, the video chats have been going remarkably well for the most part, as far as the kids go and as far as I go. I try not to get emotional. I try not to cry or be sad. You know, even though I really do miss the kids very much and I want to be in their lives, I want to be their dad, and I'm not allowed to, through the insane rulings of a court both in Oregon and in California. And despite all of that, we've been having pretty good video chats and having a lot of fun talking about, you know, their favorite video games, their favorite movies, their favorite books, drawing, coloring, doing science experiments, just whatever they're interested in, whatever I'm interested in, however that Venn diagram works of things that we can share and corroborate on. I've just been super sticking with it. So today the conversation came along to computers, and of course I bought them both laptops a year ago, 2 years ago now, and gave them laptops. And their mother wouldn't let them have laptops. So they ended up only having the laptops when they were at my house in Encinitas, so that they could play with them there. And then, and they loved them. There was a CD burner in them. They could burn their own CDs. They could, there was an emulator on there, so they could play Nintendo 64 games and Super Nintendo games and regular Nintendo games, and you know, other games, chess, mahjong, solitaire, whatever, you know. But they really loved making their own content. They loved shooting little vlogs, and they loved taking pictures, and they loved burning CDs a lot. They really loved the idea of being able to burn a CD full of songs they liked. They were so excited by that. And which, go figure, they're my kids and they love music and they love technology. It's like, you know, no surprise there, right? So today, Grace mentioned that she wished she still had her laptop, and I said, well, don't worry, sweetie. I'm sure at some point in the future you'll have a computer again. which is true. I mean, it's 2019. The chances that either of these kids aren't going to have a computer at some point in the future are abysmally low. She can't keep them from owning computers forever. At some point, they're going to have computers at school and computers that they're working on to do their homework. I mean, computers are more and more ubiquitous every day. And the fact that she's keeping them from computers now is really unhealthy, really wrong. Everett had expressed an interest in making video games, which is why I bought the laptops in the first place, so that Everett could make his own video games. I used to make video games when I was his age. I was writing little programs in BASIC, Chase the Asterisk, and, these little games where like tanks would shoot each other and stuff. And that was some of my most valuable education, building content like that. When I was Everett's age, very close to Everett's age when I was doing all that stuff. And then that's not an opportunity that he has, because he's not allowed to have a laptop or a computer, because he might Skype his dad, or he might look up his dad's YouTube, or he might email his dad. All of these things that would be so awful if he was able to do that, to have conversation with his dad outside of the court-ordered video chats, which she can monitor and interrupt and obfuscate in every way possible. And we were having a really fun chat this time. And then I said, "Don't worry, sweetie. I'm sure you'll have a computer again in the future." And boom, over comes the pregnant biological mother of my two children. It's hard to use the term mother, given what she's done to those kids over the last couple years and what she's done to me. The term mother just doesn't seem like one that, at this point, she should have a right to own. More like weird dungeon master or something. That's really what she is. But she comes storming over all pregnant and immediately hangs up on me. 7 minutes and a few seconds. And this video is at 7 minutes and a few seconds, so this is how long I got to talk to my kids today. It's supposed to be 20 minutes. This is what I got. This is what they got. This is the amount of time they got with their dad. Because I mentioned that at some point in the future, don't worry, sweetie, at some point in the future, you'll own a computer.